I have a feeling you might be frustrated as a home buyer in today's housing market. I'm going to tell you what to do if you keep losing on offers as a home buyer. I don't think it's just give up because there's a reason you're out in the market looking. So it's always confusing to me when people do want to give up because I understand the frustration, but you got into this process to try to get to the success part. Most markets across the country are pretty competitive right now, even given what it says in the national news about this housing bubble and all things going terrible. It's not. Sellers are still in control, especially where I am in New Jersey. It's a seller's game. So as a buyer, you might be out there putting out a bunch of offers and you continue to lose over and over again. Here's a couple tips that might help you. The first thing you want to do after you lose is make sure that your real estate agent follows up with the listing agent and asks this question almost verbatim. Hey, thanks so much for letting me know that we didn't win. Congratulations on picking a good offer. If you wouldn't mind, can you please let me know where we finished in the number of offers just so I can help my buyers for the next one? Period. Send. What that will do is that will hopefully get you a range or the exact number. Say there were 20 offers and they tell you you finished 15th out of 20. Now you know how strong your offer wasn't compared to the other ones. If you've lost 3 or 4 times and you have no idea how to finish, how are you helping yourself on the next offer? And I'm not saying that every listing agent will give you the best answer, but most, when asked exactly the way I said, will give you an indication of if you were close or not. Again, if you're third out of 20, you want to let them know, like, hey, that's great. Please keep us around as backup. P.S. A lot of deals fail. And I think that some buyers agents don't understand. You can't go kicking dirt when you lose because that deal could fail in just like an hour, 2 hours, a half day, 3 days, an inspection. Do they love that house that much that they want to remain as that backup offer? I've won plenty of backup offers over the last several years, and it's just because I'm not trying to make a big deal. If they chose an offer that they feel better, like good for them. Congratulations. If you do need me though, I'll be here as backup. My clients are ready to close and our offer stands as it was. That's a great strategy. A lot of agents are all in their feelings, they taking it as an ego thing, but like sellers can do what they want. They can accept the offer that they feel is the best for them. Not really too much that we can do about it. And it's silly to start to argue when that deal could fall apart and then they could call you and say like, hey, something didn't work out. Are you ready to go? And you say yes. And then you're just going to like hop into the transaction. Some other things that you want to do as a home buyer is just to resist the, I guess, opportunity to blame somebody. A lot of times buyers lose, they want to blame their agent. That's possible. Could be your agent's fault, to be honest. There's low bar to entry in real estate. So it could be, but I wouldn't focus on that at first. Most of the time your offer just wasn't good enough. And until you wrap your head around that, it's kind of silly to go around blaming the seller or the listing agent or your buyer's agent for you not winning when you were 50,000 below probably what was even close. So it's part of our job as buyers agents to let you know where we think it's going to finish, but we don't know because we don't know how crazy the other buyers are. That's why sometimes people are like, oh, 2 offers, 3 offers is better than 20. Not really, because we don't know how many times those other 2 people in the deal have lost. If they've both lost 10 offers, they're going to come in like super hot and you're going to have to climb up there. So you don't know. So what your job is as a home buyer in these hot markets, if your agent isn't telling you, is exactly this. You should have data that you can look at that show you comps, block values, and an estimated value for the property. You also have to factor in that it's a seller's market and people are going to come in hot for this. You can talk about all the things you're willing to waive and this and that, but really your offer price is very important. It's definitely not the only thing that's important in an offer, but it's very important. And you want that offer price to be this: the highest amount that you as a home buyer are willing to pay and also think that it's worth, even though if somebody comes in and bids $1,000 more than you won't be upset. Does that make sense? So say you think it's 500,000, 500,000 is your drop dead number. Somebody comes in and bids 501,000. I don't want you to be the home buyer who says like, oh no, I was going to go to 505, because in most scenarios you can't. It's a highest and best offer and that's got to be your best offer. You're not always going to get a second chance. You really shouldn't get a second chance when that comes up. So 500 has to be the number where you say, you know what? If someone bids 501 and they win, 500 was my top. Like, I'm good with that. We'll remain as backup. You're not always going to know, or pretty much never going to know, who beat you. And part of the problem for people who win sometimes is they wonder where the second offer was. You're not going to find out ever in that case. And if you lose, you're only going to find out at closing what they got, unless the agent's willing to disclose, which some of us do because like we're just transparent about it. But not all the time. You're going to wait till that deal's secure so you don't give anyone extra leverage for later. So those are just some things to help you. You want to be in a good relationship with your real estate agent so that you know that they can get the information for you, they can follow up, and they can keep you around as backup, and that they're watching the properties that you love the most, that where it didn't work out. What you do have to do is consider where you finish each time and the strength of your offer. You know, if your parents are telling you, hey, we never bid over asking in our whole life, they don't know this market. Everybody's bidding over asking. It's actually not even close. In towns like Montclair in New Jersey, things are sell 300, 400,000 over asking. You may be like in Topeka, Kansas, thinking that's crazy, but it's not crazy here. Sometimes it's because the price is low. Sometimes it's because the demand is just extremely high for a certain house. And all across New Jersey, it's been this way. Most houses are getting multiple offers in the first week, and they're gone by Tuesday after the open house. This is just the market that we're dealing with. So instead of crying into our box of cereal and trying to figure out how to change everything that's going on in the economic climate, you either have to decide if you're in this for the long haul and you really want that house, or if you're going to give up. And if you're not going to give up, and you're not happy with your real estate agent, you need to do the research to change that up. We are not rotating bobbleheads as some think. There's lots of agents who do all the due diligence and are there to work for you as advisors, like my team at Streamline Properties on Market, brokered by eXp Realty. That's what I train them to do. But either way, you want to be really comfortable with that relationship and with your price point and what you're offering, so that when you lose, you don't have a fit. You just say, you know what, someone just went a little harder than me on that one. Good job by them. I'm going to get one when it's the one for me. I hope that's been helpful. Again, my name is Jonathan Green. If you have questions or want to work with our real estate team in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, go to www.streamlinedwithad.properties, use the contact us link, and we will talk to you soon. See ya.